this is Kate Stillman with yogahealer.com, and I'm here with my local friend and yogini, Deb Payne. Thanks
Hello.
for taking a minute.
Yeah.
So we're here to talk about the Evolve Your Winter Traditions project, and what I noticed, because last year was the first time we did it, and we had about 100 families participate, and I know your family was one, is that now what I'm noticing going into this next holiday season, I'm noticing a lot more momentum around the newer traditions I started last year, and just a lot more spaciousness and curiosity. And I was wondering what you're like if you are having a similar experience or what you're noticing.
Yeah, I would say with that excitement about, I think I had to be patient last year. Patience was a big part of it, knowing that I wanted to make some changes, but recognizing that there's some very entrenched traditions in our family. So this year it seems like, having introduced a few things last year, there's excitement around bringing those back and having those be like old-time favorites perhaps, and then adding new things. And I think just that the higher vibrational nature of those, the raw soups or whatever it is sinks in, and it eventually really takes hold for everyone. So it's exciting to see that.
And doesn't it feel like, I love how you said that, I think even the way that I kind of jumped into it last year was like, oh my gosh, look at all these other things we could be doing, that a lot of us felt like, oh my gosh, but like what my family's used to doing and what I'm excited about are basically galaxies apart. And we tried some new things, and we did some new things, and then it's almost like there's a little bit of a momentum. And I think when we take it's like in cleansing, when we take a perspective that we can constantly do this each year, look back, honor, look forward, upgrade.
Right. Yeah.
That we can see how then maybe in like 5 years, and 10 years, and 15 years, what we're doing as families looks really different than what we did last year.
Right. Yes.
Is that kind of what
totally,
you're doing?
Just recognizing that we still need to, we honor the past and we honor where everyone's coming from and slowly evolve the tradition. So yes, absolutely.
Great. Was there anything besides the living soups that you feel like has some traction now in your house, or?
The living soups, the fresh juice is big because the kids love to help me with it and add all different, variety of things into it. And a root bake, which, I've done over time, but just adding different kinds of roots and having a beautiful, colorful display. Again, fun, they can help me with that.
Yeah.
So those are a couple of the main things.
Great.
And the raw fennel soup is huge.
You love the raw fennel soup.
Yeah.
That's so great. So
and I think part of it is, it's the comfort foods that, having to let go of the sweet potatoes with marshmallows and things like that, but bringing these other things that are so even more comforting once you, experience them in your body. So to help the family discover that.
Oh, that's great. And then as far as, because then the whole other part of the course is for people like you and I who are really devoted to our practices and to meditation and to the winter solstice and to that pulling within. Did you find, having the weekly inspirational speakers, leaders, those dialogues with yogis and yoginis and healers, and what impact did that have on your own personal practice through the holidays?
Yeah, I think it just really helped me continue to sit and recognize that we were a larger group. I think I felt the connectivity with the bigger whole, and all of us sharing in these practices together and attempting to, evolve together. So it just continued to help me take really seriously getting to my mat each day and feeling that grounded connectedness of the season.
Oh, great. And do you feel like then going forward then this year that's more of a rhythm for you too, to know that your practices can deepen even while culture might be becoming more external through the holidays, that you can tap into the deep internal nature of the earth rhythm this time of year and like emerge into New Year's feeling more grounded and renewed and refreshed?
Absolutely. Yeah, the turning and recognizing the deeper rhythm. Yeah, and I think, again, just turning though to people, because we are so bombarded with people doing other things.
Yeah.
So for me, it's really important to continually to listen to listen to those downloads again, or to just continually be surrounded by those people that are choosing to get more in touch with the natural rhythms. Because it's been because it is a shift. And it's different than what's being practiced around us.
Yes.
So,
and one thing I'm curious about too is because the way that the project works is that when one person signs up, you can share it with your whole extended family. And I'm just curious. I know some families really did have like a high share factors, and others had not at all. But did you find any interest at all in the recipes or the newsletters or some of the audios?
Yeah, just a little curiosity on my mom's part.
Oh, cool.
So a little spark. And this year maybe it turns more into a flame. But yeah, very curious. Read through it. I think she tried maybe 1 or 2 things.
Great.
That's big.
Yeah, that's big. Yeah, that's great, and it's fun to see. And I'm not thinking that there's like a right way or a wrong way, but just that the project itself is based in sharing and giving. And what's neat about this year is that we didn't have last year's. We have a lot of these free gifts to give within it, whether it's stories for the children or different audios to share, or different PDFs to share, like cookbooks, like that kind of thing, to just share, so that we're just trying to help people support your family members at a path of vibrant health. So.
And your great ideas about gift giving last year that were awesome.
Oh,
just really natural, making things from the surrounding area, and so that was super helpful.
Oh, good. Oh, and I just had an idea yesterday. I got so excited about, like, one of the things I was remembering that I loved growing up was making the gingerbread house. But my family wasn't that big on candy. We were big on chocolate, still are. But I was thinking as I was, just seeing in my kitchen, like the dried rose hips and the dried service berries, and I was thinking, like, wouldn't it be fun to make a nature house out of gingerbread and use the rose hips and use, these really colorful things from nature and have everyone. And so I was talking to my family yesterday and I was like, why don't we all gather just something in nature to bring to our little gingerbread nature houses? And that was just a different way for me to get the kids involved with what wild plants are and go from there. So anyways, I'm just really thankful for your family for being part of the pilot project and where we go from here.
And thank you so much, Kate, for providing this for all of us. It's delightful.
You bet.